What are you up to? For once, I have the day off. I'm gonna make the most of it. It's pretty nice. Thanks for the invite. I just did a few laps of the place. The general layout's really quite interesting. Did you study landscape design? Ah, so you're one of those naturally gifted types. A self-taught prodigy. This has piqued my interest, though. I wonder if I should study for a qualification in landscape design. Wow, I like the enthusiasm. Thanks for the support. I guess I'll give it a shot then. But could you possibly let me borrow this site before the exam for me to practice on? In return, let's see. I'll cover all your roasted lavender melon costs leading up to the exam. What do you think? Actually, no, I haven't. This has piqued my interest, though. Sure, I'm not exactly busy right now. If you've got any questions, ask away. I think you may have misunderstood me. I have nothing against any shrine maiden. It's not even that I detest the profession. Believe me, I know every job comes with its challenges. The simple fact is that being a shrine maiden is just not for me. The reasons are complicated. Let me think how to explain it. You're gonna think this sounds childish, but yes, you're right. Sometimes I just can't stand my family. I know they only wanted the best for me, but trying to achieve that by planning out every aspect of my life just made everything unbearable. They always treated me like I was a child. Felt like they had to constantly nag me to make sure I didn't slip up. Every time I received a letter of complaint saying that I wasn't warm and friendly enough, they would be on my case about it for days. I just don't like to smile, that's all. Doesn't mean I have any animosity towards anyone. In a nutshell, I prefer to work jobs where the metrics are clear and where I can see the actual results of my efforts. Jobs like that come naturally to me, and they give me a chance to show my family that my choices aren't worse than theirs just because they're different. But the most important thing is that I no longer have to force myself to do something I don't want to do. I can live a pretty free life. Yeah, I guess it must be. Look, a lot of people just want a fortune slip hoping to get a bit of good luck, and they don't really care what's written on the slip. But then there are those who, for all sorts of reasons, end up in dire straits and turn to prayer as their last resort. They desperately want some divine power to make all of their problems go away. It doesn't sit right with me. I can't bring myself to say things will get better to people like that. It's just a cop-out. Actually, there's something I'd like your help with, and it has to be you. I'm working on a migrant housing scheme. I know the different policies for migrant workers purchasing real estate in the different nations, but I don't know much about the local cultures. What kind of things do people living in different areas need to be aware of? What are the local gangs? Who are the local power players? You've been to a lot of places. Could you give me some pointers? What? No. This has nothing to do with the Arataki gang. I'm just helping a client with their migration prospectus, and I'm gonna take the opportunity to go traveling for a few days. I'm working on something else for the other guys. The Arataki gang's comprehensive guide to surviving and thriving. It's progressing nicely. You know what those numbskulls are like. They aren't mean-spirited, but they do cause no end of trouble. I can't be around them all the time. In the long term, something's gotta change. Of course not. At least not for now. As the de facto manager, I still can't say I've turned the gang into something I'm proud of, and I'm not gonna quit halfway. Who knows what the future holds, though? If it really gets to the point where we end up parting ways, well, sometimes that's just how life goes. Everyone who's trying to make their life work deserves to be happy, regardless of what direction they've chosen. Same goes for the Arataki gang and I as for you and me. No matter where the future takes us, whether we stay together or part ways, we'll always have each other's support, won't we? If you say so, I'll hold you to it. Oral agreements are just as binding as written agreements, you know. So, if I do end up leaving the Arataki gang and come looking to you for protection, you can't say no, okay? Tubby can be my witness. But for better or for worse, it's probably not gonna happen. I don't like to rely on anyone. It doesn't suit my personality. Everyone who's trying to make their life work deserves to be happy. Morning. Any plans for the day? Give me a shout if you need any help. When you're a freelancer like me, you get to be pretty flexible with your schedule. I can always make time where necessary. Alright, go get some rest. I took an editing job recently, and I'm working on a manuscript right now. It's interesting, but it's gonna keep me busy for a while. Don't be like me. Having a consistent routine is vital, so go get to bed.
Let's roll!
I took a part-time job selling toys once. Barely managed to sell anything. And I got tons of complaints from the parents. Allegedly, my face mask and generally mean-looking demeanor was frightening the kids. It's funny because I distinctly remember hearing the kids say how cool I looked as they walked by. Whatever. It's in the past now anyway. Wow, there are more books here than I expected. And a wide range of genres, too. Huh? Wow, you even have reference books. Just from flipping through, they look pretty interesting. You know, I feel right at home here. Actually, I think I might settle in for the long haul, if it's alright with you.
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come.